In a chilling 2024 twist, a famous singer whispered names that could crumble empires, ministers' secrets, and bedsheets intertwined. Today, we unveil the list Kelly Khumalo reportedly confessed to: powerful ministers, intimate ties, and the deeper reasons behind it all. One name, in particular, left even top lawyers shaken. If you had to choose between power, fame, or truth, what would you protect first? Drop your answer in the comments, but wait until you hear who she named. But it didn't happen on stage, in a press conference, or during an explosive podcast. It began in a locked room inside a private legal office, where Kelly Khumalo, under intense pressure from attorneys and swirling public scrutiny, allegedly laid bare a list of men whose names had never before been uttered in such a context. For years, she had lived under the heavy veil of public suspicion, tangled in the still-raging mystery of Senso Maiwa's murder, surrounded by accusations of silence, deception, and manipulation. But as investigations tightened in 2024, the atmosphere changed. Insiders say a private interview, originally meant to clarify her role in unrelated financial dealings, took an unexpected turn when Kelly reportedly opened a sealed envelope containing names. Not names of enemies, but of men she once trusted. Men in government, men in power, men she had allegedly been intimate with. It wasn't remorse that drove her. It was pressure, mounting, unrelenting, political, legal, personal. Her confession wasn't planned, it was detonated. And when the first name hit the table, the room fell into stunned silence. The moment she said his name, one of the lawyers reportedly dropped his pen. He wasn't just a politician. He was a sitting cabinet minister, frequently praised for his poise, known for his luxury tastes and careful words. But behind closed doors, his relationship with Kelly Khumalo was far less calculated. Multiple sources claim that after a high-level gala event in Santon, he slipped her a platinum Rolex, valued at over $800,000, along with a handwritten note that read, "You've earned this." No contract, no professional engagement, just a gift wrapped in secrecy. The watch later appeared in one of Kelly's Instagram posts, though cropped and captioned cryptically. At the time, no one thought much of it, until now. Behind the scenes, it's alleged that their relationship wasn't built on romance or companionship, but mutual cover. He offered her protection in media circles. She offered him silence in courtrooms. But now, with his name among the first revealed, that old alliance is collapsing one headline at a time. Behind every major performance is a contract, but in this case, the agreement may have been physical. Kelly allegedly secured a festival headliner spot right after spending time with a minister responsible for public events. There was no email, no legal paperwork, just an understanding that left no fingerprints. The crowd cheered while no one knew what she traded for that stage. He wasn't flashy, just efficient. A former deputy minister of finance, now retired but not forgotten. For years, he allegedly helped fund Kelly's shows through carefully veiled sponsorships. When the rumors began, he evaporated. No statements, no contact, no defense. It said she still has the bank slips to prove his generosity was far from innocent. Beneath the perfume and luxury was a woman operating in fear. Kelly's inner circle claimed she wasn't sleeping with power for pleasure, but for safety. Every name she whispered had once shielded her from press, police, or prosecution. But alliances built on fear dissolve fast when panic replaces loyalty. The man meant to sell South Africa's beauty to the world had a darker itinerary. He showered Kelly with gifts, travel tickets, and secret getaways. One trip allegedly costing more than our $250,000. They pose in paradise, but insiders say it wasn't love. It was leverage. He now avoids every interview, press event, and public function with eerie consistency. This wasn't a meltdown. It was a strategy. Kelly reportedly timed her revelations to coincide with growing legal pressure. Every name she whispered carried weight, each one calculated for maximum disruption. A former intelligence officer compared her leak to a precision-timed detonation. To some, she's a pawn, used and discarded by men in power. To others, she's the most brilliant manipulator the entertainment world has ever seen. Each relationship had mutual gain. She got gigs, they got silence and company. But when the silence broke, the balance shattered. It came through just after 3 a.m., a frantic voice, trembling, urgent. A top-level minister allegedly called Kelly in a panic, begging her not to expose him. She didn't hang up. She pressed record. Now that audio, insiders say, is in the hands of her legal team, waiting for the perfect moment to be used. When the name surfaced, the real panic didn't come from tabloids. It erupted in government group chats. WhatsApp groups, once used to coordinate strategy, quickly became battlegrounds of fear and finger-pointing. Phones were wiped clean, numbers changed overnight, and PR agencies worked overtime. One staffer said it felt like a coup in silence. She didn't just battle courtrooms. She faced a tidal wave of public judgment. Online, she was dragged through every insult imaginable. Manipulator, traitor, homewrecker. But the narrative quickly splintered as others stepped forward with similar stories of survival. Her cryptic Instagram post, "Let the truth burn the false," set social media ablaze. He wasn't just a minister. He was a man of the cloth. A prominent gospel executive, once seen as a spiritual leader, found himself at the center of a scandal that blurred every moral boundary. His sermons preached abstinence, yet leaked photos showed luxury trips with Kelly in Dubai. The day after the news broke, his church went dark and all services were canceled indefinitely. For years, Chico Twala was Kelly's loudest offender, a firebrand presence in interviews and statements. But once a confession went public, he disappeared like a ghost. No tweets, no press statements, no interviews. One journalist said even his most loyal PR contacts were blocked cold. Power is a seesaw. When one side rises, the other crashes hard. Ministers who once offered Kelly protection are now scrambling to protect themselves. Some have allegedly hired lawyers, not to defend their reputations, but to prepare for cross-examination. Their alliances, built on silence and convenience, are rapidly disintegrating. When she uttered his name, even seasoned political analysts went silent. A man once hailed as a future president, now entangled in whispers of scandal. The political parties scramble for damage control as media trucks circled his mansion. He hasn't been seen in Parliament since, and his official spokesperson resigned the next morning. This wasn't reckless exposure. It was measured retaliation. Legal experts suggest Kelly leaked names only after receiving private warnings that she might face charges. By releasing them gradually, she created a minefield for anyone planning to arrest her. Each leak acted as both a shield and a warning shot. It didn't take long for headlines to leap across borders. BBC, Al Jazeera, and even TMZ ran with the revelations, casting a global spotlight on South Africa's political landscape. International watchdogs began raising questions about corruption, gender exploitation, and state accountability. Within 72 hours, the tourism board suspended campaigns abroad to rework their messaging.